Hi guys, so this is a little very short video review about the currently released Killing Floor 2 for the PS4. Now I just want to show up the pros and cons of the game right now. So let's just get started, okay? So the game first came out on the 18th of April in 2015 for PC. So it's actually quite a long time until it got released on the PS4. So it actually got released yesterday, which was the 18th of November 2016. So you can buy the game for around 40 bucks on PSN store if you want. And I guess there's maybe also a hard copy of the game. So it's not too expensive. Now the game was developed by Tripwire, and I heard Tripwire really supports its games very well, so that's a very good thing too. Okay, so Killing Floor is basically a first-person shooter where you fight wave after wave until you complete the level. So that's just a very simple but also very fun gameplay if you play online. Now there is no story mode in the game whatsoever. There is a single player mode, but I have to say I cannot imagine the game will be a lot of fun for many hours if you just play on your own. So if you don't have PS Plus, I would not suggest this game at all. Now, I got the game on the first day, so obviously I can only refer to the options that are currently available now. So if the game gets more monsters, more game modes, more options how to play the game, I cannot foretell the future, so I cannot tell you right now. Now, basically there's two different game modes. There's survival co-op and there's PvP. So let's look at survival co-op first. So in survival co-op you fight with up to 5 other players, so a total of 6 players. And you try to survive all the waves and then finally kill the boss that appears in the level. Now in between the waves there's a little break, and you will actually have the possibility to go to a merchant and buy new weapons, sell weapons, buy ammunition and armor. And that's really important because there's barely any ammunition or any weapons in the game itself that can be collected. Now there's also only 2 bosses in the game right now, so I don't really like that much because it will be kind of repetitive if you fight the same 2 bosses over and over again. Therefore I kind of would actually prefer it if the bosses would not always appear, because then it would add more variety. So instead of a boss you could actually have an even more ridiculous boss wave, so to say, with stronger enemies but without in the form of a boss. So that would give the game a little bit more variety, so to say. I would like to see that. Or if they make it, they could also include much more bosses to the game, which would also be a good solution. But 2 bosses, I don't like that so much. So that's basically survival co-op. Now let's look at the PvP mode. So in PvP mode you can play with a total of 12 players, where each team can be up to 6 players. So 6 players control the human team, and up to 6 players can control the set mutants in this game, the set team. Now when you're in the set team you will actually spawn as a random monster. So there's quite some monsters, I don't really know how many, maybe like 10-12 monsters, but each monster has a different ability, so to say. So you kind of really need some experience with the sets before you can actually kind of really be good, because you really need to know what each monster can do, what abilities does it have, and under what circumstances would you attack the enemy or the human team. Now, so that's basically PvP mode. Let's look at the options that are possible to change up the game. So there's 12 different maps right now. For difficulties, though I have to say I played only normal right now, and the more players you have, the harder the waves will get, and the later waves got kinda really hard if you don't have a team that actually works together really well. You kinda have to stick together, because then if you're alone, the monsters can just really overwhelm you very easily. So there's also an option how many waves you wanna fight, so there's 4, 7 or 10 waves. And another very important main part of the game is the different classes. So there's 10 different classes that you can play, and each class can get up to 10 different skills. So by earning XP and leveling up, each 5th level your character will get 2 more skills, and you can only choose one of those 2 skills per level. So in total there's 10 skills, but only 5 skills can be active at a time. So, but you can always switch it up, so it's not fixed. Once you choose something, you can just switch it again and try around how you want to fight with the character. Yeah, I just wanted to give you also a little example. So there's a medic, there's a melee guy, there's a support guy. I really enjoy the melee guy. There's even a katana in the game. It's pretty cool. So it adds a little bit of variety to the how you fight the monsters actually. Now furthermore, there is an option to customize your characters, which I think is not very important because it will not really have an influence on your gameplay experience, because you will only see the skins of your weapons, you will not really see the skin of your character, so I don't think that's very important. Just wanted to mention it here. Now, right now the game has a problem for me, I'm not sure why. I'm pretty sure it's not my fault. The matchmaking is really fucked up, so I couldn't find any matches for like 20 or 30 minutes. And I'm also living in Europe, so maybe it's just a Europe thing, I don't know. So that's my experience with the game. I hope they will fix it, but other than that, I think the game is a lot of fun. Maybe just try it for yourself. Hope you enjoyed it. Later, bye bye.